Hello guys, so welcome to today's show. My name is CHUKS and you're on JFL TV, the home of football. So today is the first time we see our program for you to bring you the latest Arsenal news updates as they drop all over the world. So for now, we'll start with today's news. Alright, Granny Saka don't come aside for media set to come dey analyze what happened for the match we will play against West Ham. So Baba Conde of the opinion say we not supposed to blame anybody for this Arsenal squad, not even Bukayo, Saka or any other player. Again, so what happened? Now, no matter what they happen for world football, you can say bigger players, really bigger than Saka don't miss penalty before. So don't be saying because of this penalty now everybody will come to castigate the guy, get the call for his head. So I'm not the question why then they give Saka penalty to the play. So no, stop all these things. Say this thing are part of the learning process for Saka and for his career. I guess people learn from all this thing. It don't happen for him. It don't happen to him against England before. He came back strong, I guess. So make people stop all the racist abuse where the boy they collect for social media. Now all these kind of things now player will experience and finish but talk say won't come on for club, say no one play for club again because we have a lot of ungrateful fans. Guess when they fail to understand say losing penalty e dey for part of football, it's part of the game. Bigger stars get in world football at one time in their career they don't miss penalty and nobody killed them. Get but Bukayo Saka own they don't dey draw in face with monkey, they don't dey like different things, so they don't dey do am. Even Arsenal sef don dey tell social media companies say make dem fish out the culprits so that they will be prosecuted because what they are doing is very bad. Get it is evil. Get people are not supposed to be doing things like that. Get so even for our community, all those people they abuse Saka, abuse that, and they use some kind of F word, use some kind words, so I don't feel even unprintable words, so I don't feel even mention here. Get it is very wrong. Get you don't understand. Say in football, I understand that football is a passionate sport, it's filled with emotions, people are invested in it emotionally, but don't allow that same emotions to cloud your judgment. So you fail to now see reasons. Get you fail to think logically. Get that is when everything you'll be doing will be termed as bad and evil. So we need to stop that bad behavior. So moving on, Granny Saka also called the talk say we need to analyze what's happening. Get check why we scored 2-0 in 2 games and we can't concede 2-2. Analyze it and learn from it. Then see what make it happen and make sure so it don't happen again. That's the best thing we can do because the next match we'll get now against Southampton on Friday and we're expected to take all 3 points if possible because no easy matches there now. Everybody's fighting for their lives. See West Ham, they're fighting for their lives. That 1 point, black cup fighter for them. You see how happy they were because they know how important it is to their survival. So we serve. Now imagine so don't fail to collect 3 points to advance our title ambition, but it is what it is. You can't kill yourself yet. So live to fight another day. Alright, so away from that, so Gary Neville come outside the talk say as it stands now, so make Arsenal focus all their attention on Southampton. Yes, focus your attention because as it be now, Arsenal they 4 points ahead of Man City. So by the time we will beat Man City, if we beat them, we'll only 7 points ahead of Man City. Man City won't get 2 outstanding matches. Yes. So depending on what them play for that 2 outstanding matches, then we will notice that if they win, they will do 1 point behind us. The one will come meet. But the team we say after we did 7 points ahead of them, we will come meet for the Etihad with that 7 points. So if we can fortunately collect points there, it don't just fail to get beaten. Get don't make any schoolboy errors. Play clean. Get and come out unscathed. We still have a fighting chance. Get but if they beat us, then it is what it is. At the same time, Tom Clanton will be one of the Arsenal writers for Football London. Don't come and say talk say make nobody blame Holding. You get no blame Holding, no blame Saka. You get people will blame that injury. The injuries to people like Tomiyasu and injuries to people like Saliba, and also add the injury to Zinchenko because if to say as Saliba get injury now, say Tomiyasu still there. Now Ben White now go slot over that centre back duty. No be Rob Holding. Rob Holding is like the fourth choice, like fourth name in the pecking order of centre backs. Yes. But because of that Tomiyasu injury, we no come add another person for that right back. We no come get any other right back again because we send every other person out on low blessed Suarez and Niles. Injuries. Number bad the talk so we will blame. You get say and see Zinchenko now. Zinchenko don't get your own injuries. Zinchenko helps us add more bodies to the middle of the park to be dominant and hold control of matches. You see, say you get some spells where they say this West Ham, they were very, very dominant because we lacked control. The first way they had more bodies to hold that control was missing. Then we now had a Kylian Tierney who could not do that because your style of play it did very, very different. So there's nothing we can do with an injury. Now everything what they talk about squad depth. If you say that Man City now, they come on one player and they go choose another person with of similar quality. But we don't have that luxury. Man City are the finished article. We are competing for the league with the finished article. We were just an average side. Some of you may not like to hear this, that we are an average side, but the fact of the matter, the cocoa we say, we be average side. You know how you think also will be average side? It only took 2 Man City bench warmers to come to Arsenal and transform Arsenal. 2 bench warmers who now come Arsenal, come elevate our status, come bring us to title contending status. What does that tell you? You know, the men I think I just chew on that. Stay for just 1 minute. Just if you pause this video, just think this thing what I tell you now. It took 2 bench warmers from Man City to come to Arsenal and uplift our status. Bench warmers we know they quality enough to enter their own starting 11, come for our own team, enter our starting 11, stay there, make a difference, turn us from an average team to title contenders. Remove those 2, we are still a shit packing average team. That is what I'm telling you about. Man City no be our mates. This Arsenal, just because God just give Ateta the grace to mold us, to form us, to give us that attacking philosophy. Whether you like it or yes, we are using Man City blueprint. That is why we are where we are. So by the end of the season, we will enter phase 4. We will sign some kind of top players because of Champions League. Because Champions League now don't make some kind of top players in the past fail to join us. So now that we have it, we will sign those players, going to aggravate, going to enter, advance, enter that phase 4. That's what we are talking about. So see, I will get injury problems now. Now the same injury problems affect us last season because we don't get Champions League football, and that same injury problems are not affect us from competing very well for this title. Because when you remove a Zinchenko, there is nobody that can bring in that can do the job of a Zinchenko and help you add more bodies to the middle of the park and give you what you need. Once you remove a Saliba, there is nobody that can bring in that can act as a Saliba. There is no way you will remove the first and second name in the pecking order from the centre back and go and bring a fourth choice who doesn't really play. They come in like 10 minutes cameo appearances. When they enter, you want to compare the same performances of Rob Holding. Do you know that the statistics of Rob Holding when at West Ham was he lost 50-50 duels. Any 50-50 duel you get, he lost it. You cannot compare the flow, the game reading, you know, if you compare Saliba and Holding now, it doesn't mean Rob Holding was instrumental to our loss. But the fact is, when Gabriel Magalhaes and Rob Holding they play, it cannot be compared to when Gabriel Magalhaes and Saliba they play. That's what I'm telling you about. We have average. Look at our bench, guys. If you need something to happen in the second half, you're bringing in a Nelson, you're bringing in a Smith-Rowe. We have a Walters there. These are average guys, or players who are past their prime. You're talking about Jorginho. Why do you think we are going for Casado? Well, we didn't ready to pay like £80 million because we need fresh blood, people who are very energetic, and know what it takes to fight, Jorginho is past his prime. It doesn't mean it's not good, but that's just the fact. People like all those members of our bench, nobody will start for Man City. We'll do the argument. Nobody will start. For you to listen to sheep packers on get, but some of you fail to understand that in fact the mere fact that we are where we are today is to be celebrated. The mere fact that we can get Champions League football ahead of the likes of Liverpool, who have better players than us, ahead of the likes of Man City and Manchester United, ahead of the likes of Chelsea, is something to celebrate. But no, you have failed to see that. You're fixated on the league with your average players. Oh yeah, how do you win it? It's not easy, So let's just take each match as it comes. At the end of the day, try and get what we have. Then for the summer, we'll buy the top players who will take us to the phase 4 so that we can compete very, very well in next season. So that's what it is. Alright, so people like Gabriel Magalhaes, Ramsdale, Saliba, Zinchenko, Odegaard, Martinelli, and Saka are they nominated for FIFA Ultimate Team of the Season for FIFA 2023. You can see them play very, very well. They added good games. They played very well this season. That's why they nominate them. But people they talk say why they don't put Thomas Partey name. Yeah, I don't really know why he named it. So it is what it is. We celebrate with our players. So let's just see how things go at the end of the day. Alright, Bukayo Saka said don't receive all the abuse where they don't abuse him online. So the guy can't be forced to come outside, can't they apologize to Arsenal fans. Come to say, Gunners, I will do everything it takes, everything in my power to make it right to get. So I don't know what that one mean. Whether I'm going to score hat trick for the many matches we will play. I'm going to do that. Oh, Baba, you don't feel do more than yourself. You get try your best. I want to be that to win the league for this time. You know, and I see many people they compare Leicester City with title winning side with our team. How many Leicester City team? Did you see people like Nelson there? Did you see people like Smith Rowe there? Did you see small children? Did you see small? We are talking about people like Wes Morgan, people like Robert Woods, senior man in the defense. I know people say they play European League football. They play once a week. Get now the league they focus together. You see people like Wes Morgan, Robert Woods, see people like Mark Albright, see people like N'Golo Kante when he was at his peak, see people like Mahrez, see people like Kasper Schmeichel. You get they get many players there. Shinjo Kazaki. These are the names I can even remember. They get senior men. Jamie Vardy in that season scored 22 goals. In fact, there was a statistics where Jamie Vardy do for that match. He scored on 11 game scoring streak. 11 games he scored consecutively. That season was a super season for them. They get mad players. How many of your players don't score 22 goals? Okay, 22 goals is even too much. How many of your players don't score 15 goals this season? Or 20 goals per season? You are comparing us with Leicester as if it is the same era, as if we have the same kind of players, the caliber of player, winning mentality, winning character that they have. Some of you just open your mouth and say, Leicester winner, Leicester winner. Have you done your research to see the kind of players Leicester had? Go and do your research. Don't just come out and say Leicester winning. Look at how many goals Vardy scored. How many goals has the number 9 scored? Is the number 9 even as prolific as Vardy was in that season, in that era? Don't do that. Before you open your mouth and say something, do your research. Don't just throw names up and down. Alright, the Premier League, the reason say they want to add 4 new cameras to aid the VAR assistant referee and the VAR referee so that they will see everything they go on for the penalty because of 2 decisions we go on where they don't release them. For example, Lee Mason failing to draw the lines and the Brighton match, if say Brighton scored a goal, Toxin will be goal. So all those kinds of and some kind of other fringe things will not happen. So the point is okay, they will add 4 new cameras to that penalty area so that for next season they will get a bird eye view, hawk eye to see every possible angle you get so that if they want to analyze some kind of VAR incident, they will get the opportunity to see everything as they saw. Mikel Arteta said don't come outside for media setting when they talk about William Saliba injury. So Baba come talk say we are expecting to have William Saliba back with us in a few weeks time again. So I don't think Saliba will be playing against Man City because I would me I be the team. So maybe they keep him for Man City, but Saliba won't play against Man City. So we'll be expecting our Robodin and Gabriel Magalhaes to still play there. But people like Zinchenko now with the yes Zinchenko will be back against Southampton. What he had before the West Ham match was a tight groin. Don't be saying this serious, but you just want making aggravate so you can't keep him on the sideline so that he will recover very well. Okay? So the match we will play against Southampton, we're expecting to have the Zinchenko. So Southampton are fighting for their lives. So I don't know how the match will be. So let's just keep our fingers crossed and see whatever happens. Even Simon Jordan said, don't come outside and tell Arsenal fans, say, if to say for the beginning of the season, they tell them talk, say, we're going to take 2nd position. So I know we'll take them. See, many Arsenal fans will say, yes, give it to us because we never get Champions League football for like 6-7 years. They never see them again because it is very difficult to get. It's not easy. With the kind of money some clubs have spent and the one who we don't spend, our resources cannot be matched. Just that we are buying intelligently. That's our own saving grace. Here you spend money past Chelsea. I will spend money past Manchester United. Even Newcastle go spend money past them. But we are buying intelligently. Even Newcastle go how many world class players is there? Now just grace. Newcastle and Arsenal, just grace and the intelligence of the manager. That is why they are where they are. How many world class players is there? How many world class players are there Arsenal? But look at Chelsea, look at Manchester United, look at Liverpool. But we are ahead of them. It just goes to show you the brilliance of the manager for being able to manage this crop of average players. That is what it is. You may not like this facts I'm telling you, but it is what it is. Facts don't lie. Away from that, so people like Mark Halsley, will be former EPL referee, don't come and say I talk say that handball way Declan Rice do. So it was an accidental handball. That was why VAR don't call him back. So they know they will recall all those kinds of things again. Accidental handball. But I don't understand why they will say that was an accidental handball. Even people like Richard Keys will be one of the critics of Arteta. Don't come and say they support us. They talk say the VAR supposed to recall that incident and talk saying a handball because it was not like it was from chest to hand. It was the kick and the touching hand. So it doesn't like accidental. Handball is handball. It is your arm. So what if you want to change your room, then tell us which arm is accidental to justify their own actions. That single action when they do now rob Arsenal of the match. But at the same time, you cannot take away Bukayo Saka penalty. To say Saka scored the penalty, we would have won. So it is what it is. We'll just forgive our star boy and just move forward. Even in our right to be a legend, say don't come outside and talk say we say stand by Bukayo Saka based on all the racial abuse. That abuse God and vex me. Forgetting all the things that this guy don't do for this season. People they abuse him, they draw in the face, they pull monkey, they talk this clown, that they address him as clown. This one, oh god, it's a pity. Alright, my dear football lovers, if you know what yesterday, you should check the top left corner of your screen. We'll see the thumbnail. Click and so that you get all Arsenal updates as they drop all over the world. So CHUKS signing out. Enjoy the rest of your day. And game out.